Thank you for joining us. Now, unable to meet personally, shake your hand, look into your eyes, and learn about your personal objectives for joining this TargetLeads presentation. For fun, permit me to share how I think you'd introduce yourself to potential clients in a personal ad. It'd read, bright, energetic agent full of compassion and understanding, and representing multiple Medicare options, seeks alert yet confused seniors looking for answers to the perplexing Medicare questions. If Plan A, B, C, or D contribute to your angst, we are MFEO, made for each other. Turning 65 a plus, but if you're older and more experienced, we are still a match. Long-term relationship wanted, and willing to work to nurture the relationship and thus be worthy of a plethora of referrals. Now, if that's not you, you and TargetLeads may not be a match. Sure, we at TargetLeads utilize the mail to generate leads, and we do so by the thousands. But we consider each lead as something special. Of the thousands of people we mail to, and the few percent that respond, they expect a personal, compassionate Medicare specialist to hold their hand through the Medicare enrollment process. Now, not to mention, they want help with all the other essential insurance products that will protect their families against peril. Well, it's only fair that you see how our personal ad would read. Experienced team of 16 lead generation specialists, some of whom with over 35 years helping agents build their book of business, seek agents who consistently plan, mail, serve, and build relationships with seniors. These agents know the value of turning a lead into a conversation into an appointment into a relationship, and that relationship into ongoing referrals. If this is you, let's spend the next 30 or so minutes getting acquainted. By way of personal introduction of me, your presenter, Kent Merrill, I've been a direct marketer my entire 42-year advertising marketing career. For a dozen of those years, TargetLeads and my company were competitors. Some 8 years ago, TargetLeads acquired us, and since then it's been one of those happily ever after relationships. Combining our experience with theirs has been a great blessing for our clients. With direct mail leads, we typically think it starts with a list, ink on paper, and a postage stamp. Not completely so. With TargetLeads, it starts with a listening ear, an understanding of your business goals. It's true, many of our agents are so tuned into their marketing approach, they simply keep the direct mail train running. It's charging ahead with little personal interaction with our team. But misunderstood, however, is how these agents learned where to lay the track and how to engineer the routes to success. We do that together. Times change, messages change, the population changes, products change. What doesn't change is our commitment to provide our agents with the most current understanding of the market. Our experienced team of lead generation specialists know what's working, what's not working. They know how to direct and coordinate the development of new tracks, new directions, into known and unknown territories. It's the people. I know it's the people because if you remember 45 seconds ago, I mentioned for a dozen years my company competed head-to-head with TargetLeads. During some of those years, we shared, traded, and stole each other's clients. We each had our strengths, but it wasn't until we were acquired by TargetLeads that I learned their secret sauce. It was people. Our strength was technology. Theirs was people. It was the intangible, the personal service, the relationships that made TargetLeads such a tough competitor. TargetLeads draws upon the talents of 16 full-time dedicated team members located in 3 offices: Rockwall, Texas, Salt Lake City, Utah, and Monterey, California. Each office focuses on different services provided. Together, the TargetLeads team shares well over 200 years of combined experience. Now, we work as a team across all 3 offices. Our Texas office handles customer service, direct mail planning and production, lead management, and sales. Our Salt Lake City office concentrates on creative development, direct mail and advertising design, product development, and fulfillment. The Monterey office houses our data development, web services, technology, software support. Now, one more thing before we get into the list, ink on paper and the stamp. Let's talk direct mail in general. Does direct mail even work? Does it still work? Yeah, maybe in the olden days. Now, second only to a personal introduction from a friend or family, direct mail may be the single most effective marketing tool in your marketing toolbox. So let's look at a few stats. I know they're not that fun, but let's look at them anyway. According to Gallup, 41% of Americans of all ages look forward to checking their mail each day. Now, though older generations are more likely to say they like getting the mail, 36% of the Americans under 30 also feel this way. The Postal Service tells us that 58% of the mail American households receive is marketing mail. Very few people exchange letters in the digital era. The direct mail industry accounts for almost 60% of the mail that U.S. households receive. This stat really reinforces the previous one. If people mostly get marketing mail and are still looking forward to it, that's great news for you. Again, according to the Postal Service, the average American household receives 454 pieces of marketing mail each year. 42.2% of direct mail recipients either read or scan the mail they get, according to the DMA, that's the Data and Marketing Association. Now, email might be cheaper, but it's easily ignored. Direct mail will get read, or at least scanned, by your target audience. Only 22.8% say they don't read it at all. Now, advertising mail is kept on the household for 17 days on average. If you're wondering why direct mail works, here's your answer. If mail sits around for 17 days, all members of the household have plenty of time to review it and take action. Now, some of you are saying, are you kidding me? I throw it away as I pull it out of the mailbox. Well, we're talking about average. 59% of the U.S. respondents say they enjoy getting mail from brands about new products. That's according to Epsilon. Now, direct mail recipients purchased 28% more items and spent 28% more money than people who didn't get that piece of mail. Now, I don't know how the Postal Service knows that one, but we're going to go with it. 73% of American consumers say they prefer being contacted by brands via direct mail because they can read it whenever they want. Now, that's according to Epsilon. 50.9% of the recipients say they find postcards useful. Now, the fact that they don't come in an envelope means virtually all postcards get read, partially anyway. And you'll understand why postcard marketing may be the most, or at least one of the most effective direct mail methods available. Again, that's according to the DMA. Now, up to 90% of direct mail gets opened, compared to only 20 to 30% of emails according to the DMA. Now, my own personal research shows that up to number that they say can be interpreted in a lot of ways, depending on the message and the presentation. But for this discussion, more mail gets opened than not. Only 44% of people can recall a brand immediately after seeing a digital ad, compared to 75% of people who receive direct mail. Now, in addition to higher open rates, direct mail also leaves a better impression on consumers. According to the Marketing Prof's direct mail statistics, 3/4 of the consumers are able to recall a brand after receiving a piece of direct mail. Now, I love this stat. Direct mail requires 21% less cognitive effort to process than email. Now, that's according to the Canada Post. I'll refrain from making jokes about Canadians since the last time I did my cousins up there took great offense. But it's yet another perk of direct mail. It's much easier for consumers to understand than email, contributing to the longer-lasting brand recall associated with direct mail. The absence of additional content makes it simpler to process than email. When people read an ad sent via email, they often get distracted by other open tabs or pop-up ads. But when they read direct mail, they can focus solely on that task, and that task is you. Marketing Profs tells us that 57% of email addresses are abandoned because the users receive too many marketing emails. Now, getting through a customer via email can prove challenging. When consumers start receiving too many unwanted emails, they simply abandon that email address and create a new one. It costs them nothing, and it makes a lot of dead leads for us, the marketers. Direct mailing lists, however, are more reliable. After all, people don't move their house because their mailbox is overflowing. Now, all of this evidence means one thing. Direct mail is still one of the most powerful marketing tools to be found in your marketing toolbox, and TargetLeads is your professional team to help you utilize that tool. We help carriers, agencies, and agents just like you reach out to your perfect prospect and begin a profitable relationship. Okay, with that said, now let's talk about the list, the ink on paper and the stamp, the process, how you get leads with TargetLeads, the nuts and bolts. Now keep in mind there are two important aspects of a lead: the mechanics of getting one and the discipline of caring for one. Kind of like having a baby. There's the getting one here, and then there's the caring for it once it arrives. We'll talk about the care of that a little later. Here's how it works. With TargetLeads, there's 3 easy places to initiate the lead generation process: email, phone, and online. Remember, behind each of these is a human with fresh eyes and listening ears. It all starts with what product or products you represent. All senior products do not apply to all seniors. That's why a discussion with our experienced team can help you refine and define the next essential choice, which is the who, the list. The who, we can't emphasize too strongly how important this selection is to your response rate and to your success once you've got a lead in hand. So let me discuss lists for a few minutes. Available to you are over 240 million people over 18 years of age. From those 240 million, we help you choose those most likely to respond and are most likely to accept your invitation for an appointment. Well, first we choose geographically. Where do you want to mail? Typically, this is a zip code selection or a county selection. Second, we have the opportunity to select the male or female. Third, availability of phones. Fourth, estimated household income. Fifth, age, date of birth if known, and or month of birth. Sixth is the dwelling type: single family, condominium, apartment, mobile home, P.O. box, business. Remember, our team can help you make each of these choices as they walk you through the order process. A typical request is as simple as, I want everybody within this age group, in this income range, in these zip codes or counties. That's simple. Our team takes it from there. Now, every list has to be gathered, generated, or compiled. Our compiler takes lists from hundreds of sources, throws them into a big vat, stirs them up. Once there's enough sources that confirm that George W. Doe is 64 years old, born February 22nd, 1957, household income is $75,000, is head of house and lives in a single-family home on 2612 Southwest Brower Street, Farmington, Utah, 84243, 84234, phone 801-654-4567. That's when it becomes a verified record. The process continues until a few 100 million verified records become our compiled list. Hundreds of sources are used to compile the list, including public records, phone directories, U.S. Census data, consumer surveys and purchase transactions, as well as other proprietary sources. The result is a rich and accurate data source to drive your marketing efforts. In addition to this core information, data is appended to George's profile, giving a rich understanding all about him and his family. Yet, as much as we often want to get more specific selecting our names, counts drop dramatically, and interestingly, so do response rates in most cases. So we generally stick with the proven selects of age, income, type of dwelling, head of house, geography, or county, zip code. Besides, getting more specific costs money and costs response. As an example, we know that generally, the higher the income, the lower the response rates. The more selects you make, the counts or available names drop dramatically, as do response rates. Now here's just a little tip. The over 65 MedSup audience is a powerful audience. They're not as heavily marketed. They know the process, and with a modified approach, agents find them prime new clients. That's just a freebie. Now, small modifications to your target audience, as per demographics and geographics, may change response rates by several times. Not only do we manage the list for our direct mail that we produce for our clients, many of our clients take advantage of our consumer lists as great prospecting tools for their own telemarketing or mailing programs. Our online list count tool makes it easy to research your potential markets anytime, day or night. You simply select the states, the zip codes, the counties within the state, the criteria you want, and instant counts are delivered. So, now let's talk real response rates for a couple minutes. A client once asked how many direct mail pieces we've mailed. Curious, I went to the calculator. The closest I could honestly claim of pieces we'd developed and mailed was somewhere between 600 and 650 million pieces. With that much experience, you'd think I'd be good at guaranteeing response rates. Well, let me tell you something I know for sure, absolutely sure. You never know until you mail it and get the response back. Those 600 plus million pieces mailed represent thousands of individual creative packages. Postcards, letters, brochures, catalogs, boxes, tubes, you name it, we've mailed it. We've mailed bottles of wine. We've mailed packages of ice cream. We track the returns on each one. Response rates range from 0, yes, that's 0, meaning nobody responded, to 100%, yes, that means everyone responded. Now, for sure, I can guarantee you'll get a response rate between those two. I promise. All that experience does give us a powerful track record, a track record that makes mailing with Target Leads as risk-free as is possible in a world that contains so many variables. We test, we mail, we track, we mail again, and still we are subject to the countless variables that make it impossible to guarantee response rates. Now, these variables greatly affect response rates. Some we depend on and some we can't. The number one is timing. This includes the timing of events in your prospect's life. Birthdays, anniversaries, deaths, births, job changes, moves, marriages, separations. We can and do use timing in your favor when we know some of these dates. Also, as part of timing are enrollment periods and seasonal deadlines like AEP and turning 65 periods. We call these institutional timing. And then there's the uncontrollable timing of current events, the political climate, local and national news cycles, and of course weather. We have no control here. Response rates also vary geographically due to economic and agent saturation conditions and population awareness. For example, some newsworthy event creates mass awareness within a market. That awareness may positively or negatively affect response rates. With as much experience as our team has navigating through all these variables and having developed proven messages, projections are possible simply based on a track record. But do we ever start from scratch? Certainly. We'll test new messages, new audiences, new offers, even timing. Target Leads agents have the luxury of assessing the up-to-date knowledge of our team members who watch the trends daily. Okay, now, ink on paper, the actual message. The other powerful variable which we do control almost 100% is the message. I say almost because sometimes the legal department insists on a tiny disclaimer. Hopefully I don't get in trouble poking our compliance folks a little. So let's take a moment to talk creative, the what we say part. Here's the heartbreak for me personally. I had just received my 18th International Award for a trend-setting creative direct mail campaign. I met the marketing director for the largest long-term care insurance company who was mailing 3.5 million letters a week. I wanted that business. I pursued it, and I won a test campaign of my new creative self-mailer. I knew I could beat that tired, ugly, plain old letter. But my mailer failed. My package did not outperform the old one, nor did my next one, nor the next one. With each succeeding attempt, my creative ideas got more conservative, more bland, more formal, more brief until our new exciting winning creative package looked just as stuffy, just as boring, just as official as the 3.5 million per week version. Now, countless letters, postcards, and brochures later, I've learned that ultra creative doesn't outpoll our cost-effective, clean, simple messages. Our agents are having success with our original bifold cards, our mini letters, traditional letters, and postcards. We have numerous proven Medicare supplement, turning 65, open enrollment, dual eligible, special needs, Medicare Advantage mailers. We also have AEP leads for the annual election period. With new messages testing all the time, many of Target Leads agents are very successful with our final expense and long-term care campaigns as well. Our leads are not pre-printed and can easily be customized for your company's compliance needs. Now, as with all the leads we generate for our clients, the leads you purchase are exclusively yours. We do not resell any leads received back from mailings that you pay for. Now, Target Leads is the only company contracted with the state of California to bring you state-approved and state-endorsed LTC partnership mailings. Now, what happens next is a significant ingredient in the Target Leads secret sauce. This is what happens next. All this experience has naturally led Target Leads team to the development and refinement of the state-of-the-art lead management tool accessible to our clients called TL Lead Manager, or TLLM. TL Lead Manager is all about managing the relationships you have with your customer. With TLLM, you can view all customer transactions, respond confidently to customer calls or emails, capture important information about customer interactions, and manage your tasks and follow-up activities with CRM. TLLM displays your lead's contact information, lead status, your next steps, your call notes, and all other important contact information all on one easy-to-access screen. Each direct mail lead response includes the scanned image of the returned card. With countless ways for you to access lead information and tools for you to disposition, track, and follow up available to you to use in managing your business, no opportunities are lost. With a few clicks of your mouse, you can easily see 1. Who needs your attention each day. 2. What was the last conversation with them? 3. The disposition of each and every lead, prospect, and client. 4. How each marketing effort paid out. TL Lead Manager is ideal for you, the agency. Now, central to TL Lead Manager is the ability to actually manage. The myriad of reports provided by TL Lead Manager makes managing leads, agents, marketing, and sales not only manageable, but extraordinary. Each report is designed to help you track each lead and know who's working it, find and monitor each prospect, know where any lead is in the sales cycle, track the efforts of your various agents, knowing when rewards, recognitions, and repetition are in line compared to training, tutoring, and termination. All of this is no good if you're no good. Let's talk training for a second. The better your personal skills at building relationships with the prospects who respond to your mail, the better we all do. So we tapped the lead guru, Don Runge, to help TargetLeads agents perfect their craft. We have periodic webinars free to our agents, and we have the TargetLeads Academy, where our agents access many of the lead guru training courses at special TargetLeads discounts. Courses cover prospecting, appointment setting, understanding and utilizing leads, turning leads into referrals, building relationships, recruiting, telephone and door approaches, to share a few. In summary, what makes TargetLeads unique is that we simply stick to the 2 sound business principles of, first, providing our clients with the most effective marketing programs we possibly can, and second, making the experience as effortless and pleasant as possible. Our team understands the market, and they appreciate the clients we strive to serve. Now, we thank you for joining us for this short introduction to TargetLeads. Give our folks an opportunity to show how we can support you and your marketing and sales goals. Again, we apologize that because we're unable to meet in person and shake hands and smile and answer your personal questions, doesn't mean we've run out of answers. Give us a call, send us an email, check us out online. We want to help you become the best you can become.